Hello everybody, this is Patrick Wright, and I'm going to show you the basic overview of how my program works and what I've been working on so far, just so you get a rough overview of what I'm working on. What I have right now is not complete. There's features to be added, features to be removed, there may be still bugs. This is just to give you an idea of how everything works and how you'll use the program. So, the first thing that you'll see when you start up YourPix is you'll be greeted with this screen, which is the initial setup. Basically, you need to choose a folder, any folder. I have a in local disk C, and it'll just create a folder. This is where it keeps its database. It's just the place where it keeps some settings and things like that. Nothing important. Next, you'll need to put in your product key. So you'll put in your product key here. This is my product key for my specific computer, and then you have the option down here to install a codec pack. Most computers, for some bizarre reason, don't support like playback of MPEG audio MP4 directly into this, so you can just install it side. I already have it, so I'm going to click no. And I can click done, and your product key will be validated, and it says there's an update. But okay, so it's validated. Now I already had stuff in the database in that location, so I can remove it. So basically, fresh start. This is what you'd be greeted with. So this is where all your media pops up. This is the playlist section. This obviously is the bar. This is volume. Everything's mostly self-explanatory. But the first thing you would want to do is go up to Manage Media. And you're going to want to add a category of some type. So I'll call these, I'll make an iTunes folder. And I'll add stuff. Let's just add like a bunch of stuff from here. Okay. So load these in. And you'll see them all here. This is the location, artist, title. A naming scheme that'll recognize really easily is artist dash title, and it'll first, and if that isn't found, it'll first try to use the MP3 MD the metadata to do that. And you can add any amount of categories. They'll just pop up in here. But we're gonna click done, and you'll see all your music in here. This is a feature I've been working on before. Normally, if this box filled up too far, you get the standard Windows scroll bar. This is a page scroll bar. You can drag it down, click it, and it goes between pages instead of scrolling directly in between there. So the first thing you're going to want to do is just play music. So I can click on here. You can use the standard scrolling between stuff. You can pause it. I mean, most of the stuff is self-explanatory. You can stop it. There's a fade out. I'll explain how this works. This slider here goes from 0 to 6 seconds, and that's how long a fade out is. So I'll do 4 seconds, click the fade out button, and it'll fade in that amount of time. That's pretty self-explanatory. Volume, also 0 to thing. You can click the mute button here. Okay, now let's see. Now I'll explain how playlisting over here works. You have play mode, which allows you to just click on a button and play. You have pick mode, which everything you add will be added into the playlist, and you can either click on an item to begin it, or you can click the start playlist, which will start from the beginning of the item. But if you click on another item, like in between, let's say here, it'll skip the items above it and skip right to that item. So you can like say, oops, hey, I don't want that one. I want that one now. And all these same things apply here. You can fade out other things like that. Now, this button over here kind of has to do with this. We're still in pick mode, so we still have to manually pick things in it. But if I turn on auto mode, see how the color has changed a little bit? Now when I start the playlist, and let's say fade out here, it will automatically advance to the next item in the playlist. Most people will want this on for a playlist, but just in case you didn't, you got the option there. Oops. Turn that off to be able to stop it like that. Okay. The next option, you can right-click on any of these buttons, and you can say remove song to remove that specific one, or remove all to remove everything in the list. The next option here is auto mode. If you have auto mode on here, nothing will happen, except you can add things to it like normally, except if auto mode is on, then it'll automatically populate the playlist with things in here. And everything that is populated will give you this color so you can see what has been played so far. And it will never play something twice until everything in the entire list has been played at least once. So you can get a complete variety of music from your section here. I believe there may be a bug with that just at the moment with this new bar here, because I've just begun work on that too just in the last week. So these will be all ironed out by the time of release. But this will work the same way. I click Start Playlist. Every time these get used up, it'll automatically continue to add things from here into the list. You can find things, like let's say I want to find anything made by Hans Zimmer. It highlights them all that color. You can right click this and it'll clear the search of what you found. It's, if you wanted to find everything that had an H in it, there's a lot of things with H's in it. So that's how the search works. Adding another category. Let's say I wanted to add a category and we'll just name this music. I can add items from there into this folder. Let it load. Okay. And now you'll see that your second category appears here. I can click on the category right here, and you'll find it in here. Same principles apply. You could switch in between categories while one's playing, let's say. And let's say I want to play that one, but that makes sense. The auto playlisting will only grab songs from the current category you're in, so you won't get a mixture of music. Maybe something I'll add later is the ability to shuffle between different types of music. Time code up here tells you what's currently playing. Oh, and a feature you might not have seen up in the... If I enable this, now, you'll see right here, every time a new song plays, it'll just pop up on top of all your other windows and tell you what's playing, just if it's in the background. So that's a neat little feature, kind of like the Pandora desktop application. And that could be switched in here. Next, the help screen. Not complete yet, but it'll give you help on everything. Here is a useful feature. Report a bug. I would strongly suggest you use this. If you find... This is not limited to bugs, but you can also send suggestions, comments, anything through this. But just type your message in here, like... And you can click send. And it'll tell you if it sent it successfully or not. And that'll just send me a bug report to my server, which will constantly be running, listening to all of your requests. And I will try to incorporate those things, if need be, into next updates. That's pretty much it for now. Trust me, this will get even better as time goes on. I look forward to your suggestions. Please continue to support this project. I mean, it won't go anywhere without your help, and I think it shows great potential. I mean, I like using it. I use it all the time, so I hope you will too. Thank you for watching, and see you when I have another update. Goodbye.